But actually, the week before we began, I broke my foot running. And it was one of those deals that I was so concerned that I might have sprained it that I kept running further and, of course, messed it up. So I ended up in a cast the very first day at St. Crispin's. But one of my strongest memories from that one day was at St. Crispin's, rather than being individually billeted, you are together. And my two roommates for that time were Cliff Hudson and Bill Anatoly. So I ended up in a marvelous circumstance, and both these gentlemen who I admire today and have made such mammoth contributions to Oklahoma were two of my very first Class 3 partners, so I thought that was terrific. Well, you know, in 1971, when I came to the state, I was really quite intrigued when I first arrived how many people actually had global interests. My point from the beginning, my sense of it was, we can't afford not to be well informed because the world was coming to us. And it's turned out that way. But from the very first days, I tell the story about walking in my very first class at Northeastern State College at the time. I was 25 years old, and I walked in, and I remember it was an 8 o'clock class because I was the low guy in the totem pole, so I had all 8 o'clock classes. And the class was a really incredible mix. I had Native Americans, I had individuals who were from the city and the countryside. I had a large number of Vietnam vets that were about my age. And then I had a group of international students. And so, having just come back from the Middle East, I looked around and I said to myself, the world's in this classroom. I thought I had gone to the end of the earth, and really, the world sort of came to me there. And over time, it just developed, and it just worked out the way it did. You know, I've been asked many, many times, so tell us about the pathway you took in your career. I think the pathway took me. I don't claim any authorship here. I was already working in putting together leadership programs, and I realized I was reinforced in the notion that leadership development from the earliest days is significant, because you're not just building leaders, you're building citizens, you're doing character development, you're getting injecting strong notions of opportunities to develop your skills so that you can in fact relate to others and create outcomes that otherwise wouldn't have happened. And Leadership Oklahoma, for me, through those years, kept reminding me what the possibilities are. That it is possible to do something collectively that we never could have done alone. And so you keep wondering and working and wondering and working what those things might be. And every once in a while, something would happen. There would be a sense of purpose that would emerge that reminded me that's why I got involved in Leadership Oklahoma. It's the aggregation of the talent. That's the piece that really stands out for me. You put them all on their own, that's one reality. You aggregate and bring them together, you've created a dynamic and a potential, a potency that likely would not have been there otherwise.